Hello and welcome to more Banjo Tooie! Well, I think it's finally time we start our first actual level. Let's just go ahead and hop right in here, guys. This is Mayahem Temple. Now, just a heads up about Banjo Tooie, anyone unfamiliar with this series, the worlds in this game tend to be very large, and even compared to Banjo-Kazooie, the worlds in this game are very, very large. They can easily take an hour or longer. So just because of that, naturally, the episodes are going to be split up. There's going to be multiple episodes per world. There's only a handful of worlds, otherwise the series would be really short, so yeah. I just want to show off right here at the start, there is an empty honeycomb piece. That'll come in handy later, and we'll explain that more once I can actually get it. Well, let's go ahead and grab this. This is a warp pad. Find another one in this world, and you'll be able to warp between them. So they're kind of like the silos, except the warp pads only affect this particular world, where the silos are kind of for the overworld. Well, let's jump down in the water. Grab ourselves a Jinjo! This time we got a yellow one. Like I mentioned, these are random, so this could have been any color. But, could you just pick it up, Banjo? Come on! There you go. So it looks like the yellow ones need 3 in total to finish. So, hopefully we can find 2 more yellow ones. That'd be fantastic. Get us that free Jiggy. So we could climb up that vine, but not much we can do up there. And we have these enemies right here called Sputs, but we can't deal with them quite yet, so let's just move on. Now, unlike Banjo-Kazooie, the notes in this game are in clumps of 5 instead of every single note on its own, so that's pretty handy. We have a little thing right here. You can see Mumbo's picture, but we'll deal with that later. Let's just go grab some more notes. Well, Mumbo's kind of telling us what that paddle actually do for us. But what I want to do is go right over here, because the dirt hills that teach us moves from the old games, well, they've been replaced by these things. Hey, get your sorry hide over here and press B. I guess I should do that. Now you can see I have 40 notes, and to interact with this one requires 25. I have more than that, so let's go ahead and do it. Hey, buddy. Drill Sergeant Jamjars reporting for duty, sir. Yep, this guy is basically he's the guy that's been giving us tips every time we pick up an item. But he's also Bottle's brother, heck yeah. So he's going to teach us some moves throughout the game here. Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I guess this is the only guy they actually tell that Bottles died. I guess they figure he's tough enough to handle the information. I don't know. Well, we're gonna teach him. We're gonna learn some special moves. Of course, Bottles did teach us a bunch of cool moves in the last game, but this guy claims he has advanced techniques. Wow. So go ahead and teach me something, dude. Enough with the talking, man. Give me some advanced techniques. Well, I have enough notes already. Yeah, he said to come back once we have enough, but we already got that. So go ahead and give me that first lesson. We can learn the egg aim. This will come in very handy. We can go into first-person view by pressing Y, then use the left trigger or right trigger to shoot. And now we can actually deal with those sputs. So let's go into first person. You can see I have a crosshair right here. And these guys right here, they have a little gem in between their forehead. So if we aim at that and shoot, we can actually take them down. It's not a permanent kill. They will come back in a few seconds, but it deactivates them for a while, which is pretty handy. So let's go ahead and grab some more notes here. And I guess what we're going to do is go and put that egg aim to use. Go right up here. Because there are these 6 little targets we have to hit. Let's go back into first person. Now, one thing about the controls for the first person, it's very, very finicky. You barely touch that thing and it flies across the screen. So to get it to move very slowly like I kind of am, I am really barely touching the joystick. Just be very careful here. Thankfully, you don't have to be too accurate. You just gotta hit the thing. There we go. So if we hit all 6 of those, it opens up the door. Let's go inside. Oop, if I can exit here. I always feel like I need to press B or the trigger or something to exit first person, but no, you gotta press Y. So here inside we have the treasure chamber. Lots and lots of money. What's up with you? He can't find his favorite priceless relic. I guess it doesn't matter if you have all the treasure in the world if you don't have your priceless relic. I mean, you can't just buy it with this big pile of gold. But for doing his little task here, we will get a Jiggy. We'll help him out a bit later. So he's gonna open up the big door up here, which is actually next to a Cheeto page, which we do want, but we can't actually get up to that door quite yet. So I think what we're going to do is climb on top of this pile of coins, grab the empty honeycomb piece, and let's move on. So those empty honeycomb pieces, similar to the first game, they will come in handy for increasing our maximum health. The only difference is that in the first game that you'd had to get 6 to increase it, this game it's a little bit different, and it'll make more sense at a later time. But we'll just collect everyone we can so far. Just go ahead and grab this warp pad. So now that we found this second warp pad, we can actually warp back to the first one. I don't want to do that quite yet, though. Let's just go inside here. This is Mumbo's little shack. And what we want to do is grab this little critter right here. This is a Globo. And you can see what that guy says. You've caught a Globo. They're supposed to have magical powers. And for whatever reason, Mumbo in this game is obsessed with globos. So let's go talk to him. Hi, dude. How you doing, buddy? Ah, Baron Bird here at last. Mumbo best shaman in game, so built new skull. Very nice. So he wants me to find him a magic creature. We've already got the globo. I'm not sure how he didn't find it himself. It was kind of sitting right downstairs. But let's go ahead and hand him the globo. And maybe he'll help us out. We definitely need all the help we can get. Mumbo's probably my favorite character just because I love shamans. Like, anytime I play an RPG or an MMO or anything that has a shaman as an option, I always pick that. I don't know why, I just really love shamans. So it's very cool to see that we can actually play as Mumbo the shaman here. So, if we want to go back to Banjo and Kazooie, we just have to jump back in the chair right there. And here's that zap stick attack he was talking about. Pretty cool. But let's just head back down. I don't think there's really much of a use for the zap stick quite yet. So I'm just going to go down here, and I guess we'll go around the back of the castle. Or, not the castle, the back of the temple right here. We have these enemies, they're called Moggies, but I'm just going to avoid... Actually, you know what? Let's zap them. Heck yeah. Oh, check this out, guys. If we grab that, you've just collected a skill stop. So what that does is we have to actually press X. Our health is going to start moving. We have to press X at the point where we want our health to be. So if we press at 1, it's going to have 1 HP. If we press it at 4, it's going to have all 4. So it's kind of a way to fully heal yourself, but if you mess up, you can go all the way down to 1 HP. It's pretty risky. Let's see. Can I see if they jump off here? Yep, there's some water down there, so let's jump right in. There we go. So what I'm trying to get to is that warp pad that or not the warp pad, that little pad that had the Mumbo face on it. So we're almost there. I probably should have just jumped off onto the stone and take the damage, because I think I would have only taken 1 point of damage, but we'll get there. Got a couple more stairs to jump up. Here we are! Look at that guy, he's just like, look at me! Why does he have fangs? What the heck? Well, let's stand on here and press B to interact with it. Hope this works. Dad music, we're gonna summon the Golden Goliath! Ah, I love that music, it's so cool. But yes, indeed, we are going to summon the Golden Goliath. It's pretty cool we actually get to take control of him for a while, but the thing about him, we only have a very limited amount of time to make use of him, so I want to try to do everything we want to do in this stage in one go. So if we want to regain control of Mumbo, we either have to wait for the timer to run out or come back to this pad. We have 75 seconds, so I got to be a little bit quick here. Now the first thing I want to do is, I guess I could show this off. You can actually press X to kill off the Sput-Sputs with this guy, which is pretty cool. But I want to come over and kick this door in. That way we can access that as Banjo and Kazooie a bit later on. That's all for this side. Let's head back down this way. You can jump with the Golden Goliath, but it's kind of slow, so I'm going to avoid doing it unless I'm sure I have enough time. Let's see. We want to kick this boulder right here. There's no time to kill off this Sput-Sput. Let's go kick open these doors, because we want to go inside with this guy too, so there's still a little bit more to do, so I gotta be pretty fast. I might have wasted too much time killing off that Sput-Sput, but hopefully not. Let's see. Okay, everything's fine here. I don't even know if you can kill these guys by stepping on them. Maybe. Now, we actually need this guy to go over here because the swamp is so deep and this Jiggy's up so high that we can only grab it as him. But we got it, so we're good. Now, the last thing I have to do is go over here and kick this last door in. You might not see the door, but that's just because of bad render distance. There it is. Okay, so let's go over, kick that in, and we're done with the Golden Goliath. Bam! So I guess with this last time, I can show you guys the jump, which looks a little bit ridiculous. And we can also kill off these little guys here. Come on, let's get him before the timer runs out. Come on! Got him! All right, 0 seconds left on the clock, and we did it. So yeah, his magic runs out, which will automatically return us back to the little pad here. And now I'm actually done with Mumbo, guys, so I'm going to go back to the Mumbo skull and regain control of Banjo. Here we are, let's just jump inside the throne. Or completely missed. There we go. Good job. We did it. We actually jumped in a chair. Wow, such skill. So now that we've got that taken care of, we're going to go back up this way, and we're actually going to go across that bridge. You guys might have saw that when I was using the... Ow, what the heck, dude? Get over here, I'm going to kill you. There we go. You guys might have saw that when I was using the Golden Goliath. There is a Jinjo on top of the bridge here. Unfortunately, not a yellow one, so we're not going to be building towards that completion. Oh my gosh, 1 out of 8. So we got the black and the magenta Jinjo, both of which are pretty hard to complete. But let's go look at the poor state of Bovina's field. Oh no! So these flies are called globbles, and, well, we have to deal with them. Now, you might have remembered in the last episode we got a homing cheat, and we have not actually activated that cheat yet. We have to activate that in this stage. So if you have trouble with this mission, I would recommend going and doing that cheat first before you do this part, but I'm just gonna pretend that I can actually aim at these guys properly. I know my aim is terrible, but I think I'll be fine. I probably should have waited and done the homing thing, but it was just really efficient to do this because it happens to be here now, so there we go. And we get greeted by a bunch of corn puns, or crop puns, whatever it is. Alright, but for doing that, we get us a Jiggy! Oh yeah! And we're actually also going to get an empty honeycomb piece. Now, you're not meant to get this one quite yet. You're either supposed to go back to the start of the stage and use the red fly pad that we got by kicking the boulder with the golden Goliath, or get a different power-up later on, but if you do a backflip into a ground pound, you can get up here, so we can get that. Alright. Now, there's one more thing, actually a couple more things I want to do today. I want to go and learn another move from Jam Jars over this way, so let's go do that. There should also be a treble clef behind the temple. There it is! So that is a treble clef, and it's worth 20 notes. So just for that, we've gotten all 100 notes in this stage. Well, let's go and get the move right here. We should definitely have enough for this. This is going to require 30. We had more than 30 just the first time we talked to Jam Jars, so let's go and get our second move here. This is the Briegel Blaster. And we need this one for an upcoming section. So we can basically this allows us to do a first-person shooter mode. Now, I don't think we can just do this whenever we want. We have to go to a specific section that requires... Oh, Jam Jars! You okay, dude? Oh my gosh, that must have hurt. Okay, so we have to go to a specific section that requires that move, but inside this temple up here is one part that does require that. If we went inside there without learning that move, they would have said, bro, come back when you got the skills, yo. So we'll do that now. But first I want to go up here, grab another Jiggy. Boom! Okay, let's go inside. Now this place is a little bit confusing, and because of that, even though I've practiced this a few times, I'll probably lose my place at some point, but we'll do my best. I actually found a map that's pretty awesome, so I'll link to that down below, guys. But yes, he said I've mastered the art of bird handling, so let's go. I'm not exactly very good at shooters, but this one does not require too much aiming, so we should be fine. Let's go first-person shooter. So our goal here is to collect 20 of these little statue guys. And it's, I would say this is more like a Doom or a Quake style shooter because you kind of just have to look at the enemies. You don't really have to aim up or down too much. And we have just some doors to go through here. Now, that's not always true. There are some cases where you do have to actually aim, but few and far between. I think one of the only sections we actually have to aim properly is right up here. So they give us plenty of eggs to work with, which is awesome. But yeah, let's go right through here. And this guy right here, we have to actually aim up to hit his little crystal there, which is pretty hard to do, but somehow I managed to do it. Wow. I think that's the fastest I ever managed to get that guy. So we want to do that just so we can grab all these things really easily. And I'm going to drop down and go through this way. Let's see, I think I want to turn left here. And yep, I'm going to grab, I think, 3 statues right here. So for getting 10, we open the first thing. We can go inside there and get a Jiggy, but there's going to be a second door to open once we get up to 20. So ideally we'll get all 20 first because the 2 doors are right next to each other. So I think that'd be just a little bit more convenient for us. Let's see. I'm going to wait to go down that way. Those golden eggs right there are a power-up, and I think I want to try to save that for the boss. I'm not sure. I've never tried saving it for the boss, so I just want to see if it's actually worthwhile. Let's see. Let's grab this. Okay, there should be just like a whole bunch of these little statue guys right here. And I think that's all for right there. There might be one more. Let me just check real quick. And I guess I can show you guys these little monkeys take 3 hits each, so we can easily take care of them. Oh, come here, buddy. Oh! Oh! He dropped some health for us that we don't need. Now, there should be a little door that leads us to a Jinjo. I'm looking for like a dark blue section. Aha, there it is. So this door right here will lead us to a Jinjo. Hopefully one that's not gosh dang magenta or black. Oh, there we go, red. 1 out of 6. Man, we're getting a wide spread of Jinjos. We're not like getting anything towards the same family. Man, it's going to be a while before we get a Jiggy from that. But let's see. I think I want to go this way. Is this right? Yep, there it is. Okay. So somehow I managed to not get lost too bad. I think I might be missing one, though. Nope, there it is. There's the last one. So there we have all 20. So that is going to open up his really sacred chamber. The other one was just kind of slightly sacred. So I'll meet you guys back at that power-up I pointed out. Right, here we are. And one thing I want to point out is that right up there is a snapdragon. So whenever we get near one of those, the enemy will come out, but they're pretty easy to kill. So let's go ahead and grab our power-up. We only have 60 seconds of it, but we do have machine gun eggs. So we can just fire as much as we want. No ammo penalties for that at all. So let's go into here. And I'm not going to go in that chamber quite yet. That's the easy one. So I don't want to waste time there. Let's go right to the boss and see if this power-up will come with us. And it looks like it does, so this might actually be worth... Oh my gosh, this is the easy one! I am an idiot. Let's go back to the other side. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe I just did that. Okay, let's go back to the hard side. Well, I just wasted 10 seconds of this power-up. What a waste. Okay, bring it on. What? Oh, I guess whichever one you enter, you have to grab the Jiggy first. I did not know that. So I guess this is a little bit of experimentation. Whichever one you go in first will be the slightly sacred one. Well, that sucks. Oh well. I just wanted to use the goddamn power-up for the boss. Now it's probably almost irrelevant. Oh well. I'm gonna keep my fails in the video like I always do. I'm not gonna edit that out. Look, Banjo, there's another Jiggy! Hooray! I never knew they trolled you like that. I guess because every time I've ever gone in before, I always grab the Jiggy, so I just assumed that one is the slightly and one is the super secret or whatever. But it looks like it just depends on which one you grab first. So hopefully our timer for the machine gun's not going down during this cutscene. If it does, then that's a total waste. But if it doesn't, at least we'll have 20 seconds with it. It's not that much, but it'll have to do. We could have had like 30-something seconds. Oh yeah, here we go. Cool, so we actually get to use it at least somewhat. So yeah, guys, don't make the same mistake I did. If you want to go do this part with the machine gun eggs, definitely go and grab the slightly Sacred Chambers Jiggy first. Okay, come on. Yes, at least we're gonna make some pretty good use of it though for this boss at least. We'll kill a couple Moggies here. We're just about out, but this boss is pretty easy regardless, so even if I run out here, it's not the end of the world or anything. Oh, I missed. How'd I miss? There we go. Okay, so now we just have like our limited ammo, we shoot much slower, all that stuff. But every time we kill off one section, we have to kill off some Moggies, so it's not that big of a deal. Let's see, let's go find those targets. Oh gosh, he's shooting darts at me. There we go, and one more hit. Got it. Now we have to kill like 4 Moggies. And there should be ammo stores at different parts of the room, so if you run out, really not that big of a deal. The machine gun eggs are mostly just fun. They do help a bit, but really it's not that big of a deal either way. And I think we did it! No, you've beaten me! Now suffer as I invoke my sacred self-destruct. Let me just back away here. He's gonna launch some darts at us. And there we go, guys. We can actually get the second Jiggy. So this FPS segment does have 2 Jiggies, putting us up to 6 total. And there's actually 10 in the stage, so we're making some pretty good progress. But you know what, guys? With that completed, I think I'm going to exit this area, and we're going to call things a day here. There's still quite a lot left of this stage, but the video is getting pretty long, and like I said, the stages in this game tend to be quite long, so they are going to be multi-parts. So anyways, I'll see you guys then. Take care.